Yes, they were shot.
Only gunshots.
Yep.
It's not specifically stated that it's gunshots, but we're assuming that it's gunshots.
If it turns
the
out
lions
these
were already dead, but somebody put stuff in their stomach or something and smuggled it in.
That was one of Ryan's theories.
Yeah, which is what turned me on to the jewel thief.
But they were bleeding, we assume.
What are we talking about?
You said smuggling, and it turned me onto the jewel thief.
Oh,
which was
that could have gone that direction.
Yeah, because I remember you said drugs, and I was like, well, maybe smuggling jewels. Someone said something. I thought smuggling jewels, and then I was looking for jewel thieves because I remember there were a bunch of references to jewel thieves, and then I found the name.
So I like that. I like thinking that the brothers are working together.
So maybe
I just don't know how.
Maybe go to the head medical examiner?
I just don't know how that gets us
this
to
paper again.
I just don't know how that gets where we go from here. I mean, what do we talk to the
problem is we don't
the
have
guys who were robbed in March?
We don't have any real leads.
Right.
We don't have anything. Why is everybody frozen here?
Stopped.
It is really weird that we don't know where the lions are.
And nobody seems to care.
Yeah, it's not important.
I don't even care about the dead ones. I want to know where the rest of them are.
I think Barry knows, but he won't tell us for
Yeah, I'm going to reread Barry O'Neill. What was the hospital?
St. Thomas.
Where the hell would you store lions if you had to?
I'm in lion storage.
The zoo?
Right, I guess. That's the only thing I can think of that would, have the capabilities.
I'm actually very upset that the docks is not
29
location.
Southeast.
Yeah.
You would have you'd have them in cages and stuff. You could put them in
They would be at the circus, right?
You would think.
Or there.
But the guy from the circus was like, I got no idea where they are.
Well, because Barry is an independent act, right? He's not technically part of the circus.
Who is a contractor?
Yeah.
That changes everything.
Yeah. You don't always have to pay contractors.
But if they stick their lions on you, you should probably pay them.
Okay, so there's something here.
What do you mean?
We go to the hospital,
Yeah.
and then O'Neill gives a command to Mabuto.
Yeah.
Mabuto prepares to kill us.
Yeah.
And then we say, hey, we want to talk about your lions. And then he tells Mabuto to stand down, which means he was worried about someone else coming to the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Which means he's also up to something that someone would be willing to come kill him over.
Okay, so maybe somebody did break his legs. Maybe there was some foul intent.
He didn't just see a bunch of children and go God, children, my only weakness. He thought that.
Well, I could see that in London back in 1888 that children are the lead assassins.
Yeah, if I was going to go send someone to kill someone.
Just a group of kids.
I think we're not supposed to put too much stock in the fact that we're children.
No, I know. I'm kidding.
And we know he's involved in the ivory trade and stuff. So that's why I thought when we went to the underground guy, I'd be like, oh yeah, some backwater ivory trade. I guess it wasn't illegal back then. Is there a different person we're supposed to talk to about ivory trade that's on the up and up? Or it involves selling these lions.
I still do think we have some of the pieces.
He's definitely afraid of something.
I think that all the trampling and stuff was the lions out of the cage, right? Moving around in the park and trampling all the grass.
Mm-hmm.
So then we have to answer who was trying to control them.
That puts the lions alive when they enter the park and dead whenever the people leave the park. They flee because of some reason, and they leave everything behind.
But my problem is that, why is there not blood anywhere else other than, around the carriage, right?
Yeah, because this game's terrible about blood.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say he's not wrong.
I mean, we had to identify there was a bullet in the ceiling by noticing a bit of plaster because the game didn't say. Also, there's a large fucking bullet hole.
Also, remember, like, it would describe the blood as, like, smaller than the spilled
Yeah, there was
wine.
also a situation where it's like,
It was like,
There's
but
a bunch
much
of wine.
larger was the spilled wine. Oh, okay, so he didn't bleed very much here.
it's like no,
Wrong.
he was actually drawn and quartered. You know, I mean, it was, like, you're just like, okay, whatever.
So spoilers, jeez.
He wasn't drawn.
Oh, yeah, there's spoilers.
Yeah.
Not that I think there's anything left.
So was this a lion deal gone bad?
I still feels like that to me. Like there was something that these lions, like
Say one, two,
something that Barry was supposed to be doing with these lions.
Oh no, we already had read the hospital. I was reading back over.
And he couldn't do it because his legs were hurt. So he sent Mabuto and somebody else, or maybe just Mabuto.
But there's somebody with boots.
So,
Alright, so-
what if he? See,
Or maybe-
I think he sends Mabuto and his brother because I think his brother's part of all this.
yeah, I do too.
So if you're Barry, who do you trust to send on this mission? I only think Mabuto and the wife.
brother.
But Mary didn't sound like she knew anything. Well, I guess brother if he's in the picture. I didn't.
I think the brother. Well, because he's super nervous, right? Like whenever we come in there, he's like, "Kill them," in African. We say lion stuff, and he goes, "Don't worry about killing him anymore," in African again. And then, like when we say, he's like, "Are you with the police?" Next thing he wants to know, "Are you with the police?" Like he really, really is worried about something.
Yeah.
And then we're like, "We're about the lions." He's like, "I don't know, fuck off, get the fuck out of here." And then he tells.
So that wouldn't mean then that it was just like a deal with the lions gone bad because
So that's why I think there's like jewel smuggling going on or something. I think there's something
maybe
else.
he's involved in that other murder.
The other murder, the interesting thing about the other murder is it's an unidentified poison that could be Mabuto could know how to do that. Right? It's unidentified poison. We've identified Mabuto uses a blow dart.
Yeah. Maybe we should go see that body.
It was the captain of the ship, right?
Possibly.
Was it? Do you think the ship that they came in on?
I'd say it's on his.
Alright, I can't figure out how to read this.
Upside down is usually the best way.
Alright. Shortly after 9 o'clock yesterday morning, the body of a man about 30 years of age was found lying in St. George Road, Southwark. A short time previously, the deceased, a sailor, supposed to be a captain of a sailing ship, this is enigmatic,
Yes.
was seen being led in the direction where the body was found by 2 women and a man. Who was seen being led in a direction where the body was found. Okay.
Okay.
The body had been robbed, even to gold earrings which the man had been observed to have been wearing. 2 women of ill fame and a man described as a laborer, but known to be an associate of bad characters, have been taken into custody on suspicion of having caused the sailor's death. There were no wounds on the body, and it is supposed an overdose of some drug had been administered.
So that dude might have some smuggling something.
Yeah,
Can we go
maybe.
to Bailey's and talk to those 3
Sure,
people?
I'm in.
Are you seriously in? Because
Yeah, like,
that sounds like the
I-
most I'm not in.
No,
I'm in.
it's like I just want us to see if we can find
Progress somewhere.
even if it means like putting this lead to rest and like saying, okay, this has nothing for us.
Sure.
Well,
Which
I
one-
want to try to solve the case personally.
I
I think
also-
I think it's the brother. I think that the jewel smuggling. I think that's what's going on here.
Yeah,
I don't
but
feel
where
like
do
we have like
where
a
do we
full
go?
story.
No, I
on what's
don't feel
going
like
on
we have
there.
a full story either. I just was trying to work it through. Bailey's is, but this is fine. Where would I go to find the
Old
prison?
Bailey, prison back.
The Old Bailey.
What was it?
What do you mean?
Well, I don't know what to look
Prison or jail?
for. Prison or jail?
Yeah, it's a
Police station?
Yeah.
Oh, police station.
Look at
I think it's a police station.
Yeah,
we
Old
went to
Bailey's
Scotland
police
Yard, so
station.
it can't be that. Old Bailey, there we go. 36 EC. Is that where we think they are? Because there's 6 police stations.
Yeah, it said
Yeah, it's at the
It
Bailey.
said
In
The
that
Straw told us they were there.
36 EC. Okay, let's go to 36 EC.
Wait, this is to find the people who was accompanying him.
There's
This
a
is not the body.
lot of fucking text at 36
All right,
EC.
that's where we're at.
At the criminal court, Old Bailey, Edward Hall gives us the facts of the case of the mysterious death. Like, straight out, I wonder if this is in case we tried the other thing in the paper, but I think those 2 things are linked.
Yeah.
Because they keep bringing it up. The victim, Stephen Dirk, was seen in the company of Sylvia Carpenter, Marcy Edwards, and Coiler Eddy at the Red Boar Inn. Dirk's body was found several blocks away, only 20 minutes after the four of them left the Red Boar together. It was a simple matter for the police to identify the other three and apprehend them. Hall arranges an interview with each. Sylvia Carpenter is a small woman, barely 20 years old, and very vibrant. The ravages of her illicit profession have not yet begun to take their toll.
Wow.
It just dropped dead, it did. I done nothing to him. I swear, I never. I don't know. Did you know the man? Never seen him before? Marcy and me was resting like when the first one fellow comes up to us and offers to buy us a pint. Collie, he says his name is, and I seen him around, but I don't know him. I was sitting in there discussing this and that, and he took the fancy to me, and the other fellas and the sailor comes up, and they said he'd like to join us. Us being two women and one man and a man short like.
Wait, what? What?
That's how it's written, I swear. It's not that
I like
way.
how that dude, that one dude's like, all right, I got these two ladies. And this other guy's like, hey, can I get on this? And he's like, yes.
It's only two. There's two of us.
That would have been fine.
I can get in on that. She goes on to tell us that the four of them decided they would make a party of it back at Marcy Edwards' place. They left the Red Boar and on the way to Stephen Dirk, who seemed very drunk, suddenly had trouble catching his breath. He gasped and fell over. Collie leaned over and said he was dead. I didn't know what to do, so as I run. You didn't notify the authorities. No, she says, surprised that we would suggest it.
Fair enough.
Our next visit was Marcy Edwards. She is the total opposite of Sylvia, cold and hard. She is a woman of the world who is more than a little weary of it. The copper got us the wrong person, but that ain't unusual, is it? Her description of the events is essentially the same as Sylvia's. Sylvia and her man, Sylvia had her man and her fee. I didn't have nothing, so I bent down and took what was mine to the exact amount, no more. Collie took the rest, the earrings too. So the two prostitutes robbed her body.
Well, and
To
the
pay
dude,
for
right?
To pay
services rendered.
Right.
Right.
Collie Eder is in fact a short
That's what
man,
it made,
but his broad shoulders and muscular arms give the impression that he's much larger. I was out for a little fun and had never seen the bloke before, and I had no cause to arm him. The police seemed to think his money and gold earring were cause enough. I took the opportunity as it came, but that's all. I didn't murder him for it. Okay, so there's really no information here whatsoever, but there's a lot of text to get us now.
We got a lot of new text that gives us no new leads. It's great.
Yep.
Unless this is the case we're supposed to be solving.
Well, no, it could be. It also could be the game is screaming at you, just get away from this case. But this seems like a lot of information.
I mean, maybe they're just saying, don't worry.
So whoever killed him didn't bother robbing it and probably poisoned his drink.
Is that name?
Did
come
we
up
get a
before?
name for him?
Stephen Dirk, right?
The dead man, the victim.
Yeah.
I
Was
haven't
it
heard
Dirk?
that.
Yes.
Stephen Dirk.
Yeah, did that come up before?
I haven't seen that name.
I haven't heard it, no.
I mean, we can try looking through all the papers, and we can look if he has a place to go, like a house.
So we're back to Central Carriage?
we're back to...
Dirk Stephen, 11 Southeast.
Ooh.
Okay, well, there's an option.
We can talk to...
So is this about lions or about Dirk?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Sure.
I think that's what this whole case has been about. Is like you actually don't know what you're supposed to be investigating.
Classic.
Sherlock Holmes. And
Sherlock.
Sherlock Holmes is going to actually be investigating a third case.
Yeah.
And then he'll just be like, what? You didn't notice about the Fanny Cox thing?
Fanny Cox has been an international arms dealer.
Yeah. No, it's going to be like, that's Moriarty's code.
Yeah.
Moriarty's the best.
He likes to make newspaper postings about women with ridiculous names.
Yes.
That's how you know that's his calling card.
Dirk?
Yeah.
Stephen Dirk?
Yeah.
Damn it!
You're like,
So close.
I thought you found something. Just confirming.
That would have been great, right?
Is it Stephen Dirk?
Stephen Dirk.
Oh no, that's not what it is.
Oh no, this says Mr. Gladstone.
All right, who's picking Matt?
Matt.
I'm up next.
Not Dirk.
What do you
Okay,
think?
so we got some options. We got go to the carriage place to look at the carriage.
Yeah.
And
We got-
go to the carriage place to look at the carriage.
Go to the taxidermist. See
Yeah.
if there's any lion business
Yeah.
in town.
Lion Town.
We've got Stephen Dirk.
Stephen
Go to
Dirk.
Stephen Dirk's place.
Can we go to the
We could go to the zoo.
Can we go to like mortuary? Or
I don't think the zoo's got anything.
What if that's where they're holding?
It is a little strange that we like. It's intentionally not letting us look at the dead lions. It feels like the